I had felt their eyes on me the moment I walked into the hall. Not warm, not welcoming, but sharp, measuring, as if I were a stain on polished glass. The name tag confirmed it, housekeeper, pinned neatly against my chest like a quiet execution. A laugh rippled somewhere near the head table. My sister-in-law's voice, sweet and cruel, the way sugar turns bitter when burned. My mother-in-law didn't even bother to hide her smirk. She leaned toward a guest, whispering just loud enough for me to hear, "She forgets her place, always has." I sat at my assigned table, empty plates, no silverware, no meal card. The others feasted. Glasses clanked, candles flickered across glossy smiles. And me? I was nothing more than furniture. When the food finally arrived, trays steaming with roasted lamb and buttered vegetables, my plate remained bare. My sister-in-law caught my eye, then giggled. "Food is for real family." The words landed sharper than a slap. But I didn't flinch. I felt my fingers move instead, slow and deliberate, sliding the ring off my hand. The metal felt colder than it should have, as though it had been dead for years. I stood. The hall quieted. The laughter drained from their mouths. "If I am just a servant here," I said, voice calm, steady, "then I am leaving." My mother-in-law's face blanched, the smugness evaporating. She reached out as if to stop me. "Wait!" But I had already turned, and I did not look back. The silence of that hall stayed with me long after the doors closed. I replayed it in my mind, not for regret, but for clarity. Their cruelty was not new. It was only bolder now, stripped of the polite disguises they once wore. My husband didn't follow me. That was answer enough. By the time I reached home, I already knew what I would do. I pulled out the files I had been keeping, copies of financial records, deeds, quiet receipts of money shifted under my name, not his. Years of planning, hidden beneath a smile and silence. They thought me powerless, but I had prepared for this moment long before it arrived. It wasn't just pride that guided me, it was survival. They had tried to erase me at a wedding, but they had been erasing me in smaller ways for years. One remark at a dinner, one dismissal in private, one decision made without my voice. Now, it was my turn to write the ending. I started with the bank accounts. The trust I'd opened years ago, quietly, in my maiden name, now swelled with transfers I had waited until this exact moment to finalize. Every asset I had contributed, every piece of the estate tied to my name, locked away beyond their reach. They would think me foolish, walking out of that hall. They would assume grief, weakness, desperation. But grief is a mask, and weakness is a weapon if you know how to wield it. I let the silence grow. No calls, no messages. I wanted them to feel the shift, something unseen slipping out from under their control. And then, just as I knew they would, they came. 2 days later, movers behind them, faces tight with triumph. They thought the house was theirs now, some document signed in shadows. My mother-in-law's smile returned, brittle but eager. My sister-in-law looked ready to savor the final humiliation. But when they stepped onto the porch, their laughter stopped. Because I was waiting, and in my hands was the folder, the trust papers, the proof. Their signatures meant nothing. The property wasn't mine anymore. It was untouchable, bound inside a wall of law they couldn't claw through. I had severed their grip before they even knew they had one. "You really thought I would let this happen?" I asked. My voice was almost a whisper, cold, detached. My brother's grin faltered first. Then my mother's color drained. My sister-in-law's lips parted, but no sound came. I placed the folder against my chest like a shield, though I didn't need one. The battle was already over. Their words tumbled after that, pleas, accusations, frantic justifications, but none of it mattered. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't gloat. All I repeated what they had once told me. Food is for real family. And then I closed the door. I have not seen them since. The house is quiet now, but not empty. It holds only what I choose to let remain. And for the first time in years, I feel no weight pressing against my ribs. They thought they could strip me down to nothing. They forgot that nothing can be the sharpest blade. In the end, it wasn't rage that destroyed them. It was preparation, silence, patience. The ring lies in a drawer now, untouched. A symbol not of love lost, but of chains broken. And when I think of that moment, my mother-in-law's face paling, my brother frozen on the porch, I do not smile. I only breathe, because that was the moment I was free.